All right, all right. Hey, 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 hey. Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Conti coming to you live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Now, I am super excited to be here with you tonight because I'm going to take some time and do some of the things that I haven't done in a long time. And that's just do some good old Contiology teaching, some good old stuff. I'm going to bring you some stuff from the Relationship Lab. Many of you have heard me talk about the Relationship Lab, and you're like, what is that? What is that? I'll tell you really more later. There's so much more that's coming out of the Relationship Lab, but basically helping you to be able to love intentionally, love with clarity, and love with consistency, and accepting nothing less than that. And so I am coming to you tonight and share this information. And if you come on later and watch, please let me know you're watching the replay. If you catch this after we are done, let me know you're watching the replay. If you're joining me now, let me know who you are and say hello to me. And so we're going to be talking about, and I should have put that title up here. Um, it's probably on my Facebook. We're going to be talking about 6 men who will never, ever, ever be marriage material. 6 type who will never ever be marriage material. And I want you all, even if they're nice, and I want you all to understand this is not a male bashing thing here. This is because I have so many women that come to me that want to be married, and that is absolutely okay. I would love to remarry myself. Hi, how are you doing, Sarah? Good to see you. Share, share, share. But not unless or not with any of the 6 men that I am going to talk about tonight. Because I always talk about being the cake. I don't have my Queen Up book right in front of me, but in my book, Sis to Sis, it's time to queen up. I talk about being the cake, and when you are the cake, and you have all the ingredients that cake has. And Sarah, I've talked about this for many years, has all the ingredients to be good. You want to make sure that when you add some icing onto your cake, your covering, that it is amazing, that it uplifts you, that it is doing all that it needs to be doing. So I'm going to talk about 6 men that will never do that. And that's okay if you don't want to remarry. But I've run into a lot of divorcees lately, especially now that we're doing the Dating Differently podcast. Women who are divorced, women who are second time around, women who are uh, widowers, women who've just been into their career like me, and now you're ready to spend time. You want to travel, you want to be with someone, and you may want to remarry or get married again. But these are the type of men that is not going to be marriage material. It's going to waste your time. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to jump right into it. Share, share, share. I want to help someone today because I don't want you to keep wasting your time with all these types of people. Good evening, Paula. Good evening, good evening, good evening. That is not, where's your sister? Where's your twin? Tell her, hop on here. That is not going to be marriage material. And just because a person is a good person or a good man does not mean, or a good partner, does not mean they are the good person, partner, man for you. I remember, many of you know my story. I was in an abusive marriage many years ago, have had many beautiful, healthy relationships since. And so there are good, healthy people out there. However, I remember when I first started dating healthy and knowing what healthy love looked like, I was like, oh, this is my husband. I want to marry him. And then I realized, no, hey, how you doing, Tony? I realized, no, just because he's a good person, that's one-on-one. Dating someone that's a good person, that's dating, healthy dating one-on-one. So that doesn't mean he's a good person for you. So somebody could be, if you like bungee jumping and you like, doing all of these active things, and you're dating someone that you want to marry that is a couch potato or don't like activities. This is not going to be someone that's going to be a good match. But this is not the 6 that I'm talking about. I'm going to give you 6 men that are not marriage material. So the very first one that we want to talk about um, is the comfortable man, the comfortable man. And this is what you have to look at particularly in this season of women who want to marry again, who are divorced, sees, widowers. You're older. You're in your late 40s, 50s, 60s. So these men are too comfortable, and they're not going to be what you need in a marriage. So if he's comfortable where he is, and you are expecting him to adjust, he's probably not going to be good marriage material. He has no urgency. He's comfortable. He's not trying to do anything in with any kind of uh, integrity or on a pace level. I remember a wonderful person, dated a wonderful person, had stayed in the same place, was happy in the same place, drove the same broke down car, was happy with that, and that's okay. But for me, and many of you guys know me, I'm always aspiring. I have my vision. So, and many of you the same way. If you are a go-getter, you have a vision and you want to do something, you're always growing, you're always moving, but you're dating a person that's a comfortable person, and you don't see no growth, and you haven't seen any growth in a long time, and probably not even since you've known the person, there is not going to be any growth. So no plan beyond what you'll see. And so I have to ask you, are you seeing any growth? Are you seeing movement? Are you seeing even coasting? Because any kind of ship moves from one location to another. That's the whole reason for a ship. So if you're in a partnership, if you're in a relationship, if you're in a courtship, friendship, like, it should be growing, it should be moving, it should be progressing. If you haven't seen any growth, any progression since you've been with this person, then this is not going to be marriage material. That was number one. Number two, and I want to say this too before I leave that one. A man who is comfortable watching you carry the load, ladies, and carry the vision, can never lead the vision. So if you're with somebody who's comfortable with you going out there making it happen and carrying the load, he's not living in his masculinity, and you're not going to be living in your soft girl era with this person. All right. So number two is the emotionally inconsistent man. The emotionally inconsistent man. Now, let me tell you, this is a dangerous person for you emotionally, because women are very emotional beings. If you're watching, put in the chat, dangerous. Dangerous. This is going to traumatize your nervous system. This type of man not only is not marriage material, but will traumatize your nervous system. And let me tell you what I mean by that. There's so many mixed signals. Today, yes, let's do this. I want to do this. I want to see you. We want to get together. Then tomorrow, the day he's supposed to pick you up, hey, look, this happened. I'm running a little late. Then before you know it, they're not coming. Or for 2 or 3 weeks, y'all are talking. You say you want to talk on a weekly basis, or you want to FaceTime. Y'all are doing that. Then 2 or 3 more weeks, he's gone. Just disappears, no consistency. Or too busy, like in and out, hot and cold, in and out, hot and cold. Or showing you affection, affection, but no stability. Nothing is stable. Again, emotionally inconsistent. Ask yourself, do you feel secure or do you feel confused? Dangerous. That's a dangerous person that's going to have your emotions one day feeling secure, one day, thank you, dangerous, yes. One day feeling secure, the next day feeling insecure. And not because you're an insecure person, because this person is emotionally inconsistent. And so this person who is emotionally inconsistent is never going to be good marriage material, because it's too much confusion. So confusion is not chemistry. Some people think, oh, it's getting hot and cold and it's good. Girl, it's so exciting. No. Confusion is information. And I always say, when you're dating today, sisters, is gathering information. That's all it is. Yes, it's a roller coaster. Who wants to be on a roller coaster? And if you have been on roller coaster relationships, toxic relationships, chaotic relationships, unhealthy relationships, then that roller coaster life seems familiar. And that roller coaster life seems like normality to you. But let me tell you, sisters, it's not. You want something stable. You want something secure. When they say they're going to be there, they're going to be there. They say they're going to call, they're going to call. You don't have to ask them what we're doing this week because he already told you, hey, Friday, I got a surprise for you. I'll pick you up at 7. You know what? Wear that cute little black dress I like. No, matter of fact, I'm gonna come with something. You remember that we was talking the other day and you was talking about that dress you saw? Where was that? Because I want to pick it up. Somebody that's consistent, somebody that's intentional, somebody that knows what they want, and they are helping you to know that they know what they want. They are not saying we're gonna see where this goes. See where this goes doesn't mean nothing. You need somebody that know where you're going. I always say, and I talk to Coach G, you know, this is one of his things that he says, and I've stolen it, but I love it. It's a great analogy. Would you get on an airplane and the airplane pilot say, hey, this is Captain such and such. Welcome to Delta or United. We're so glad to have you traveling with us. Sit back and relax. We don't know where we're going yet. We just going to fly around and see. I'll let you know when I figure it out. And so, but just relax and have a good time. And I'm glad you're traveling with us. Who would want to do that? Nobody would want to travel with someone you don't know where you're going. And it's on and off. Yes today, no tomorrow. Let me think about it the next day. So emotionally inconsistent is a dangerous person. Number 3, nice, but a passive man. A passive man. He's polite, but he doesn't lead. Again, so I ask you, who leads the decisions, the major decisions when it gets hard? In your household, or in your family, or in your relationship? Who is leading the major decisions when things get hard? I tell people all the time, I'm the boss every day, all day. I don't want to be the boss every day, all day at home. After 5 o'clock, I would love to take off my big girl panties. I would love to take off my big hat, my big boss hat. I want to take it off. I don't want to be if I'm going to be in a relationship, future husband, if you're going to be in a relationship with me, know that when I come home, I don't want to be the boss. I need a leader at my household, a leader in my life. And so many times, and this is what I found out, so many times men are afraid to date women like me. So women, for my powerful sisters, listen closely. A lot of times for my sisters who lead and who run businesses, and you're managers or directors or supervisors, or you just a smart woman who know how to take care of business. A lot of times men feel that you're not gonna let them be the man. And a lot of times that's the case. A lot of times, sisters, hear me good. Come on close for those in the back. A lot of times we don't know how to take that hat off. And so a healthy, good, masculine energy man is a good leader, and you got to let him lead. And I don't want to lead. So my future husband, I'm letting you know now, when I come home, I don't want to lead. You know, I want to give you the problems that happen at the household, because I don't have to handle the problems all day that happen at the office. All right. But if you've got a passive man, he's not able to lead. He avoids the hard conversations. You got to figure out what's going on at the house, and your man can't lead the household to help you with that. He won't protect your boundaries. If he's not a leader, he's not going to protect your boundaries. He's not going to respect your boundaries. And he's one of those let life happen kind of things. Just let life happen to him. Don't take things in his own hand, and trust God and pray and lead, and we're gonna work this thing out. Now, do you need to be there that's what I said, for every good man is a great woman. Yes, as he's leading, you want to gird your husband up or your man up, but he needs to be a leader. Too many women are girding up and supporting men who aren't even leading. I know it. I'm stepping on some toes, but it's okay. Just say ouch. Just say ouch, because we're all here. We've all been there. And this is why you come into the relationship lab, so that you leave out of here healthy, stronger, with more clarity, with more intention, with more understanding, and more apt to not go after people who are going to waste your time, particularly if you are looking to be married. All right. Or just in a healthy relationship. You may not want to be married, but none of this is going to be healthy and aligned with you. We have to remember that, again. Did I say anything about these men being abusive? No. Did I say anything about these men cheating? No. You can have somebody who may be committed to you and not cheating, and they still haven't chosen you. They still haven't chosen. What I mean is that they still not making you a priority. They still breadcrumbing you. They still are not upholding your vision, supporting your vision. They're not. Everybody is not going to be aligned with your vision and your values or your future. And if that's the case, then that guy is not for you. That's not your dude, and he definitely is not your husband. So stop trying to make husband material out of men that will never be husband material. Put never be in the chat. Never gonna be. I don't care how fine, cute, sweet they smell and look. Never gonna be. No. Let me give a no button. No. No, not gonna be husband material. All right. So niceness without leadership creates more emotional insecurities, ladies. More emotional insecurities. All right. So the number 4 person, another dangerous person, is an unhealed man. An unhealed man is not marriage material. An unhealed man is not marriage material. An unhealed man, I'm gonna say it again, is not marriage material. If he is still hurting, he's still bitter towards women, he's still mad because his last woman cheated on him, so he don't trust nobody now. He's still mad because she made more money than him and threw it in his face all the time, so now you make more money. He got a problem with that. He's still mad because the last one took all his money and never was a giver, didn't give back to him. So now he ain't doing nothing for you but breadcrumbing you, because he's not going to give anybody much that opportunity again to use him and take advantage of him and take him for granted. So he is never going to be marriage material. He hasn't dealt with his own traumas. He is still wounded from past relationships, and people who are wounded from past relationships, who were cut by somebody else, will come and bleed all over you. If they are unhealed, they could be cut from a last relationship and come and bleed all over you. That's a no-no. All right. So he still blames his ex for everything. If you are dating someone, remember I said dating is just gathering information. If you're dating someone and you're gathering information, and what you have gathered is he's constantly still talking about the ex, he's still mad at what the ex did, he's still blaming stuff on the ex, he's not healed. He's not healed. He's not ready to be anything that's going to be future forward for you. All this unresolved trauma has to be resolved, not just for him, but even you, even sisters. You may need to come into the relationship lab and work with me on some unresolved trauma that you've been dealing with, because you don't want to be cut from your last 2, 3, 4, 5 exes, and then there's finally the healthy, wonderful, masculine, ready energy man who wants to treat you right comes in your life, and you bleed all over him. Because sick attracts sick. If you healthy attract healthy. And so if you are with it's too much work for a healthy person to be with someone who's unhealed, because they're going to be accusing you of stuff and you ain't even doing nothing. And or you're going to be insecure and they not doing nothing. So you got to get those issues resolved. With all those issues, he should not be talking to anyone but a therapist on a regular. Yes. Yes, that's a yes button right there. Yes, I agree. You're so right. But they're out here. They are out here. And so I am just want to give you, give my sisters and my queens some nuggets, because they are out here. And so you cannot love a man into healing. You cannot love a man into healing. That's his work. So refuse. If they refuse counseling, like you said, need to be talking to a therapist. If they refuse counseling, if they refuse accountability, then they're refusing growth. And then you're with someone who's not going to grow. And so I always say to people all the time, you can't heal what you don't admit is broken. And so, and if you're with someone who is not taking accountability of what they have gone through and what they're going through, then they are not ready to heal. And so that is going to be someone that they may be nice, but nice without heal is nothing. Niceness without leadership is nothing. And definitely not your husband. All right. So number five, the vision mismatched man. The vision mismatched man. He likes you, but he doesn't respect your assignment. Some of us have assignments. God got you on a trajectory. You know, you got gifts, you got calling, you got things that you're doing, places that you're going, people that you're seeing. And you will get with someone who will minimize your purpose. You don't need to do that. Oh, that's not going to work. Or try to sabotage your purpose and your gift and your calling and your expertise and your talents. We'll try to sabotage it. We'll try to, or compete with it. Want to compete with your calling, want to compete with your gifts, want to compete with what God has called you to be. Does he respect your assignments, ladies? Does he respect your assignment? If he doesn't respect your assignment, he is not your husband. He is not marriage material. All right. So be sure to make sure that if you're with someone and they don't have to have, you don't have to have the same visions and goals, but they need to be able to respect and support your vision and goals. You want someone to align with you, not just have access to you without alignment. And too many men out here are gaining access with my sisters and my queens without any alignment. It is written, how can two, you're right, how can two walk together unless they are in agreement? So this is, she right, this is biblical. That's biblical. Sometimes the roadmap has a lot of times, God, the roadmap is already written for us. It's not rocket science. And so many women would get so tied up. All of us, I'm not saying you, I'm not pointing fingers. All of us have been there. So what I'm saying is it is time to love and date differently. And it start with loving yourself first and dating a different type of person if this is someone you want to marry, if you're someone who wants to get married. All right, so I want to make sure that we get to the last one. I don't want to be on here too long. All right, the last one is the convenience man. The convenience man. He's present when it is easy, absent when it costs something, absent when he needs to make a difference, absent when you really need him to show up. You know, he's convenient when he want to come over and watch Netflix and chill. But when you're sick and you need to go to the doctor, he's not convenient. You can't get him. He only shows up on his terms. But when there's something that you really need and you need him to come help you out, you can't find him. Or baby, I would, but you know I got to go such and such. He avoids sacrifice. This is not marriage material. He avoids sacrifice. He wants wife benefits. He wants the wifey benefit. He probably even one that's calling you wifey on girlfriend effort. Girlfriend effort. Really, not even on girlfriend effort, on Netflix and chill effort. Not even being consistent enough for a girlfriend. A booty call effort. So does he show up? Does he show up when it costs him something? When it costs him some inconvenience? Or does it just have to be on his term? It just have to be convenient for him. This is not someone who's making you priority. This is not someone who's going to lead you. This is not someone who's going to protect you. This is not someone who cares enough to go out of their way to make sure that you're okay. Marriage requires sacrifice. It does. It requires commitment, and convenience cannot sustain a covenant. Convenience cannot sustain a covenant. You got to be inconvenienced sometime, particularly if this is someone you're trying to have a long-term relationship with and even lead to marriage. All right. So just want to let you know, I want to be clear. This doesn't mean this is a bad person. This doesn't mean this is someone that, this just means this person is not your man. And we have to be okay with that. And I'm coming to my sisters and my queens who are dating in their late 40s, 50s, and 60s, and even 70s, because we feel like, well, it's late now. Everybody ain't going to be perfect. No, they're not going to be perfect. But if you're trying to go into a covenant marriage with someone, you want to avoid these 6 men. Probably wouldn't even make it to marriage anyway. But if you do, you're going to be unhappy. And I would much rather you be happy alone than lonely and unhappy with someone. The bottom line is, if I'm not his promise, I refuse to be his project and practice. Period. Yes. And we all need to get there. We all need, that is just it. We've come to an age where you're smarter than that. We're smarter than that. And so I agree. I totally agree with you. So we got to stop trying to turn potential into a partnership. Potential isn't a partnership. I've said for years, potential is ain't doing now. Ain't doing a darn thing right now. That's what potential is. And if you're not doing it now, and if you're in your late 40s, 50s, and 60s, you're probably not going to do it. They're not going to do it. You're at an age that we shouldn't even be talking about potential. You should be dating and gathering information from people who are already are where they need to be, or trying to get to where they're going. I mean, if they're still at potential and they're 50s and 60 years old, I don't even know what to say about that. All I need to know is, all I need to say is that's probably not your husband. You want someone who has done what they're supposed to do. They've lived a responsible life. They've retired well, or they're headed for retirement well. They got some pension and some whatever, or they're doing well with their business. You're doing well, and you guys are going to get together and both have a lovely life working together. Not someone you got to come home and they sitting on the couch playing Nintendo or whatever the games are these days, and you working hard, or dropping you off in your car. I mean, hopefully we're past that, because, and if you again looking for marriage, these are not your type. These are not going to get you there. They're not going to get you there. And I'm not talking about, y'all know that I have domestic violence, agency. I'm not talking about domestically abusive people. That's a whole nother story. That should not even be, we really should be way past that. You talk to you crazy, abusive or controlling, that's a real quick no-no. I'm just talking about how we can get fooled with nice guys, but nice guys that aren't aligned with where you're trying to go and what you want and what God has promised you. All right. So my closing statement is the right man, sisters, the right man will not confuse you. He will not confuse you, and he will not be confused by you. What you want should not confuse him. If this is what he wants, it will not threaten him. He will not be threatened by you, or nor will he be intimidated by your vision or your purpose or your calling or your gift or your success. He will lead, protect, provide clarity, and honor your values. Nice guys can be chocolate covered rocks. Chocolate covered rocks. You bite into it, you're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna hurt your mouth. Ain't going nowhere. All right. So you need alignment. You need clarity. You need consistency. You need intentionality. And all of those things would lead to someone who is going to be a nice person that is going to put you priority, love you intentionally, and lead to marriage. All right. If this live has helped you, please don't hesitate to inbox me. Share this with other women who needs to talk with, to have the permission to choose alignment, who needs the permission to choose alignment over attachment, or who you want to encourage that they can go and have and attract that type of person that can lead to marriage if that's what they're looking for. And if you're ready to date with clarity, boundaries, and intention, welcome to the Relationship Lab. Click the link that's tickering, the little ticker that's going by, and I will put it in the chat. And there's some downloadables on there to see if you're dating from a healed place yourself. And there's also a link on how to attract a quality mate. There's a prayer there that you can download. All of these for minuscule of the price of what it costs to speak with me individually. But if you want to speak with me individually, that might be something too. Wonderful Wealth of Wisdom. Thank you so much. But go on there, get one of those downloadables for about $20, $30, and work to see, and work the form and the strategy to see where you are. Go into Relationship Lab, do the work, see where you are, and then also get some more really powerful nuggets on how to attract a quality mate, but then to make sure that you are the quality mate as well. Because remember, sick attract sick, healthy attract healthy. And it's too much work for sick to be with healthy and healthy to be with sick. All right. Y'all be blessed. I love you. I am Dr. Conti. I am your success coach and your healthy relationship coach. And I have a superpower of helping you be super in your relationships, super in your business. And I can't wait to continue to be there for you. We need healthy in our circle, family, friends, neighbors. Absolutely. And the more you become healthy, self-discovery is the best recovery. The more you discover about yourself, the healthier you're going to be. And when you do that, you attract healthy people. You don't even want friends. You don't want toxic friends who haven't done the work, because it's too draining. It takes too much out of you. If you with a friend, a family member, somebody you're dating, and you leave all the time drained, that's a no. It's time for soft life era. It's time for peace. It's time for joy. It's time for you to reap what you've sowed. You've sowed. You've been through the valley. Now let's get to the mountain. It's time to enjoy. And if you purposely have someone in your life that's purposely, continuously to draining you, and not vampires, like you said, vampires, no vampires allowed. Right, Tony. They're sucking the life out of you. They gotta go. You gotta go. That's long handle spoon time. You start handling them with the long handle spoon. All right, y'all be blessed. Again, Dr. Conti Terrell here. Join me again in the Relationship Lab. You can also go to the lab website here and grab some nuggets, and then I will be back. And don't forget to join me and Demi on Dating Differently with Demi and Dr. Conti every Friday at 7 o'clock. We have some really great CST time. We have some really great conversation. We have some really great information. And because we too are navigating this dating space at the end of 50s and 60s, 50s and early 60s. So join us for those talks live every Friday at the podcast, also YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, Dating Differently with Demi and Dr. Conti. All right, this is Dr. Conti, and I will talk to you all soon. Thanks for joining me in the Relationship Lab. Share, share, share.